including the story. We began yesterday. So quickly, in summary, the story is that there was a chassid who dealt in timber, and he bought a tract of land, a little bit some forest near the town of Polotsk, and he was there in the winter overseeing the logging. He went into the detail of how it worked, and at night he would come to the Beis Medrash to sit and learn. Now the Beis Medrash, where he learned in the shul there in Polotsk, there are many shuls. There's a established town and a town of learning and the yeshivas. So there's one elderly fellow who learned on his own. Why? Because in his consideration, and he probably was not wrong, there's no match for him. He was much more knowledgeable than everybody else there, and much brighter, highly intelligent man. Now this chassid comes and sits down and learns on his own. So the elder scholar first assumed he's learning on his own because he's an ignoramus and he's embarrassed to learn with anybody else. But he was curious, so he engages him in conversation, realizes the chassid is a big gaon as a lamdan. He says to me, no, I'm looking for a chavrusa, let's learn together. And so they learned every night together. And then one evening, it's wrapped in the story, the chassid sees that he is disturbed by something, there's something troubling him. It's wrapped in the story. So the chassid says, what is it that is disturbing you? Ask. So finally, the elderly scholar says to him, I'll tell you what's in my heart. He says, I learn philosophy, Jewish philosophy, Sifrei Chakira, actually says philosophy. I look into philosophy, and I have many questions that disturb me. And I don't know anybody that can answer them. It's philosophical questions about the divine, God. So the chassid said, tell me your questions, maybe I can answer you. So the elder presented one question, and the chassid answered. See, this Chabad, And that's what happened. And every night, after they would learn, I guess, Gemara in great depth, the elder would present another question, and the chassid would answer it beautifully to the satisfaction of this deep thinker, this elderly scholar. Pesach was coming, and the chassid tells the elder that he's going to go back home. He's there a whole winter, which is very difficult for the elderly scholar. And he Pashut cried. He said, until now, I have a good friend, which he learned Gemara with Nigla, and also answered my philosophical questions. And what's going to be with me? So the chassid said to him, I'm going to give you good advice. Go to the Rebbe, to Lubavitch, the Chassidic. He'll answer all your questions. So after Shavuos, in honor of Shavuos, the chassid goes to Lubavitch and he meets his old friend from Polotsk who had come to see what happened. So he says to him, after Pesach, I went to Lubavitch. He says to his friend, the chassid, and I went into the Rebbe for Yechidus. And when I said, and I complained that there are the questions that bother me in Chakira, in philosophy, I'm just going to give what the Rebbe said back to him, Tzemach Tzedek. Tomorrow we'll elaborate. And I'm not going to let you a cliffhanger. I want to hear the answer. So Tzemach Tzedek said to him, Abai and Rav didn't have these questions in philosophy. Why do you have to have these questions? Do you hear what bothers? He said, that moment, he said, all the questions melted. And now I'm devoted to learning Chassidus, and it's a whole different attitude and approach. Be'ez Hashem, tomorrow we'll elaborate a little bit on the story of what happened here. Okay? Have a wonderful day, everybody. Psudas Toivus. You heard the answer?
Thank you, Rabbi. It's beautiful.
You heard?
Yeah, it's great.
All the way so Abai and Rav of the Kasha.
My Rabbi didn't have those questions. So what do you? What's?
So why is it?
Who do you think you are?
Kind of. No, that's why I want to.
Yeah, we can flesh it out. Yeah, later. Yeah, here.
Tomorrow, Be'ez Hashem, we'll elaborate a little bit. We'll try and understand a little bit the Tzemach Tzedek's answer. What happened? Question's gone, and now he's immersed in the study of Chassidus. Okay, fair. Have
you.
a wonderful day. We'll see you B'ez Hashem tomorrow.